There's a number that quietly decides whether you're winning or losing with money, and almost nobody knows where they actually stand. It's your net worth at 45, not your salary, not what's in your checking account, your net worth. And here's the part that shocks people. Two people can earn the exact same paycheck for 20 years, and one of them ends up a millionaire, while the other ends up with almost nothing. By 45, the gap between those two people is enormous, and it's measured in one single number. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what that number is, where you really stand compared to everyone else, and what to do if you're behind. Because most people watching this are about to be very surprised at how they actually measure up. Here's what we're going to cover. First, what net worth actually is, and why it matters way more than your income. Second, the real numbers, the median, the average, and the exact net worth you need to hit to be genuinely ahead at 45. Third, why most people are further behind than they think, and the precise moves to catch up fast, even if you feel like you started way too late. Stick around, because one of these points is the one that changes everything, and most people get it completely backwards. This is going to be the most honest 20 minutes you've spent thinking about your money in a long time. Let's start with the basics, because this is where most people get it wrong. Your net worth is not your salary. It's not how much you make, it's what you actually own, minus what you owe. That's it. You take everything you own that has value, your savings, your investments, your retirement accounts, the equity in your home, your car, and you add it all up. Then you subtract everything you owe, your credit card balances, your student loans, your car loan, your mortgage. Whatever's left is your net worth. And here's why this matters so much more than income. Income is what comes in. Net worth is what you keep. I know people who make $300,000 a year and have a net worth of basically zero because they spend every dollar that hits the account. And I know people who never made more than $60,000 a year who are quietly sitting on $1 million. Same country, same economy, wildly different outcomes. The paycheck creates the opportunity. But net worth is the scoreboard. It's the only number that actually tells you whether you're winning. You can fake a lifestyle, you can lease the nice car and finance the big house and post the vacations. But you cannot fake net worth. It is the one number that doesn't care how you look. And by 45, that scoreboard gets very, very honest. Okay, so let's talk about the actual numbers, because this is where people get a little uncomfortable. When you look at the typical American household around age 45, the median net worth, meaning the person sitting right in the middle, is somewhere around $120,000 to $170,000. Now hold on, because there is a trick hidden inside that number, and almost nobody catches it. The median and the average are wildly different. The average net worth for that age group is over $800,000. So why the giant gap between $150,000 and $800,000? Because averages get pulled way up by the ultra wealthy. A handful of people with tens of millions of dollars drag the average through the roof, while the typical normal person sits far, far below it. So if you've ever felt like garbage looking at one of those average net worth by age charts, relax. Those averages are basically lying to you. The median is the real story, and the real story is this. Half of all 45-year-olds in this country have a net worth under roughly $150,000. A massive chunk of them have almost nothing saved at all, living one emergency away from disaster, which means two things at once. The bar to be genuinely ahead of the pack is lower than the internet makes you feel. But the number to be truly comfortable, to actually retire with dignity, is higher than most people are remotely prepared for. Both of those things are true, and that gap is exactly what we're going to close. Before we get to the magic number at 45, let me give you the full roadmap, because it helps to see how this is supposed to build over time. Think of these as rough checkpoints. Not hard rules, but they'll tell you fast whether you're ahead or behind. By 25, honestly, just having a positive net worth is a win. If you owe less than you own, even by a few $1,000s, you're already ahead of a huge number of your peers. By 30, a solid target is having roughly one time your annual salary saved across all your accounts. So if you make $60,000, having about $60,000 in net worth puts you in good shape. By 35, you want to be around 2 times your income. By 40, the strong benchmark is 3 to 4 times your annual salary. And by 45, the number you really want to be aiming at is somewhere around 4 to 6 times your income in net worth. So if your household earns $100,000 a year, a net worth in the $400,000 to $600,000 range at 45 means you are genuinely on track, maybe even ahead. Now, if you just did that math and felt your stomach drop, you are not alone. Most people are nowhere near those numbers, but here's the thing about checkpoints. They're not there to make you feel bad. They're there to show you the gap, because once you can see the gap clearly, you can actually start closing it. And 45 is the perfect age to do exactly that. So here's the question everyone actually came for. What is the number to be ahead at 45? Let me give you the tiers, because this is where it gets real and a little uncomfortable. If your net worth at 45 is around $150,000, congratulations, you're right around the middle of the pack. You're keeping pace, you're normal, you're not behind. To break into the top 25% of people your age, you're looking at somewhere around $500,000. That is the comfortably ahead zone. You've got real assets, real momentum, and most importantly, real options. A job loss is an inconvenience at that level, not a catastrophe. And to crack the top 10% at 45, you're talking about roughly $1.2 to $1.5 million in net worth. That is the number that quietly buys you freedom, the ability to slow down, the ability to take a risk on yourself, the ability to never lie awake at 3 a.m, panicking about a layoff ever again. Now, I know some of those numbers might sting. If you're sitting there at 45 with 40 grand to your name, hearing 1.5 million can feel like hearing a number on the moon. It can feel hopeless, but I'm telling you right now, stay with me, because the gap between where you are and where you want to be is almost always closable, and the next few points are the exact blueprint for how you close it. So why are so many people behind at 45? It's not because they don't make enough money, it's almost never that. It's because of 3 silent killers, and you've probably got at least one of them working against you right now. The first is lifestyle creep. Every single time the income went up, the spending went up to match it. A raise came in, and instead of investing the difference, it turned into a bigger house, a nicer car, more subscriptions, more dinners out. The income doubled over 15 years, and the net worth never moved an inch. The second killer is being house poor. A lot of people look wealthy on the outside, big home, nice neighborhood, good school district, but every single dollar is locked inside a mortgage. And there is nothing, and I mean nothing, in the investment accounts. The house isn't building their wealth, it's quietly eating it through property taxes, maintenance, interest, and insurance. And the third killer, the biggest one of all, is starting late and staying scared. So many people spent their 20s and 30s avoiding the stock market because it felt risky, parking their money in a regular savings account earning almost nothing, while inflation quietly ate 3% of it every single year. They thought they were being safe. But by 45, that fear has cost them hundreds of thousands of dollars. In growth they will never get back. Here's the hard truth, and I need you to really sit with this one. Most people are not behind because of what they earned. They're behind because of what they kept and where they decided to put it. Let me make this real with a quick story, because numbers on a screen don't hit the same way as actual people. Picture 2 guys, both 45, both earned the exact same amount over their careers, about $70,000 a year. Same income, dollar for 20 years. The first guy, let's call him Marcus, started putting $500 a month into a retirement account and a simple index fund at age 25. He didn't time the market, he didn't pick hot stocks. He just kept buying every month through the crashes, through the booms, automatically. By 45, Marcus has a net worth north of $600,000, and it's growing faster every single year because compounding is kicked into high gear. The second guy, let's call him Dave, made the same 70 grand, but he waited. He kept telling himself he'd start investing once things calmed down. He bought a slightly nicer truck, took the better vacations, kept his money in checking where it felt safe. Dave started investing for real at 40. By 45, Dave has maybe $50,000 to his name. Same salary, same 20 years, a net worth gap of over $500,000. The only difference between Marcus and Dave was time in the market and consistency. That's it. And here's the part that should light a fire under you. Dave is not doomed. Because at 45, Dave still has the single most valuable thing in all of investing left in the tank, and we're about to talk about exactly what that is. Here's something almost nobody talks about, and it might save you from a painful surprise later. It's not just how big your net worth is, it's where it actually lives. Because two people can both have a net worth of exactly $300,000 and be in completely different situations. Picture the first person. Their entire $300,000 is trapped inside their home equity. It looks amazing on paper, but they can't touch it. It doesn't pay them a single dime, and if they lose their job tomorrow, they cannot eat their kitchen. They're what we call house rich and cash poor. Now picture the second person. They've got $150,000 in retirement accounts, $80,000 in a brokerage account, quietly buying index funds, $40,000 sitting in cash for emergencies, and the rest in home equity. Same exact net worth, completely different life. The second person has money that is actually working, growing, and available when they need it. So as you build, you don't just want a big number, you want the right kind of net worth. A healthy setup at 45 looks something like this. You want a real emergency fund in cash, 3 to 6 months of expenses, so you are never forced to sell your investments in a panic at the worst possible time. You want the bulk of your wealth in things that actually grow, retirement accounts and low-cost index funds. And you want your home to be a place you live in, not your entire financial plan pretending to be a retirement account. The mistake I see over and over is people who are technically worth a lot, but every dollar is locked inside the house and the cars, and they've got nothing liquid, nothing growing, and zero options when life happens. So don't just chase a big number on a spreadsheet. Build wealth you can actually use. Real freedom doesn't come from a paid-off kitchen. It comes from owning assets that put money back in your pocket while you sleep. Now this next part is the one I really need you to hear because most people get it completely backwards. If you're behind at 45, you do not catch up by budgeting harder. You do not catch up by clipping coupons and skipping coffee. You catch up by investing. Let me say that again, because it isn't important. The size of your net worth at 60 has almost nothing to do with how many lattes you skipped, and almost everything to do with how much money you had working for you in the market. Here's the magic of where you are right now. Even at 45, you still have a solid 20 years before traditional retirement, and 20 years is more than enough time for compounding to do something genuinely incredible. Money invested in a broad market index fund has historically doubled roughly every 7 to 10 years on average. So $1 you invest today at 45 could realistically become $2 by your early 50s, $4 by your early 60s, and potentially even more after that. That means the money you invest right now today is the most powerful money you will ever invest in your entire life because it has the most time left to grow before you need it. Every year you wait, you're not just losing that year, you're losing all the doubling that year would have caused decades down the line. The people who get wealthy in their 40s and 50s are not the best budgeters in the world. They are simply the ones who finally got dead serious about putting real money into investments that grow every single month automatically, no matter what the news was screaming that week. So let's get completely practical. If you're behind, here's exactly how you catch up step by step starting this week. Step 1, find your real number. Sit down and actually calculate your net worth today. Everything you own minus everything you owe. It might feel scary, but you cannot fix a number you refuse to look at, and most people are terrified to do this one simple thing. Step 2, attack high-interest debt first. If you've got credit cards sitting at 20-25% interest, that is a guaranteed loss bleeding out of your account every single month. Killing that debt is the highest, safest, most guaranteed return you will ever get in your life. Nothing in the stock market beats a guaranteed 24%. Step 3, grab the free money. If your job offers a retirement match, that is 100% instant risk-free return on your money, and leaving it on the table is the single most expensive mistake in all of personal finance. Take all of it. Step 4, automate your investing. Set up automatic transfers into a retirement account and a broad, low-cost index fund so the money moves out before your brain ever gets a chance to spend it. Even an extra $500 to $1,000 a month invested consistently from 45 to 65 can quietly turn into $300,000 to $500,000 or more. And step 5, widen the gap. Every raise, every bonus, every tax refund, Every unexpected windfall, you send a big chunk of it straight into investments before lifestyle creep can sink its teeth in. That is the entire game right there. Find the number, kill the bad debt, grab the free money, automate the investing, and widen the gap between what you earn and what you keep. Do that consistently for a decade, and you can completely rewrite your entire financial future. And look, if this is hitting home, if you're finally starting to see clearly where you stand and what to actually do about it, do me one quick favor and hit that subscribe button down below. I break down the money stuff nobody ever taught us in plain English with no jargon and no hype every single week. It is completely free, and it genuinely helps the channel reach more people who are sitting at home trying to figure out this exact thing. So if these videos help you, subscribing is the easiest way to say thanks. Okay, let's bring it home, because this last part matters most. Here's the last thing, and it might be the most important thing in this entire video, so please don't click away. If you're 45 and you feel hopelessly behind, you are not out of the game. Not even close. 45 is not the end of the race. In a lot of ways, it is the single most powerful financial decade of your entire life, and almost nobody realizes it while they're in it. Think about it for a second. Your income is usually at or very near its lifetime peak. Your skills are at their most valuable. If you have kids, they might finally be getting more independent and less expensive. For a lot of people, some of the biggest expenses of their life are about to start falling away. That combination, peak earning power colliding with falling expenses, creates the single biggest wealth-building opportunity you will ever get. The people who go from broke at 45 to genuinely comfortable at 55 did not win the lottery. They did not inherit a fortune. They just made one quiet decision. They decided to stop drifting and start being intentional. They calculated the number. They looked it dead in the eye, even though it hurt. And then they spent the next 10 years quietly, relentlessly, boringly closing the gap, month after month after month. Your net worth at 45 is not a final grade on your life. It is a starting line. The only thing that actually matters now is what you choose to do in the next 10 years, because that is the stretch that decides absolutely everything. So your first move is simple, and you can do it tonight. Before you forget, before you click to the next video, actually sit down and calculate your net worth. Everything you own minus everything you owe. Write that one number down on a piece of paper. Because that single honest number, however good or bad it feels, is the real beginning of everything that comes next. And if you want to know exactly how to invest that money the right way once you start, the specific accounts, the specific funds, so it actually grows instead of just sitting there losing value, I made a full video breaking it all down step by step. It's right up here on the screen. Go watch it next. I'll see you in that one.